Western tribes today are amongst Western peoples. This is the most important item of information that you are liable to receive for a long time. This is what you should know. This is what the Bible tells us. This is what history tells us. This is what the reality, the present day reality, is shouting at us day in and day out. This is what we have to know. Did you know that according to the Bible, after the death of King David, his son, King Solomon, became king, and after the death of Solomon who built the temple, there reigned in Rehoboam, or Rehoboam, as his name is transliterated in English. The reign of Rehoboam, 10 out of the 12 tribes seceded, and they set up their own independent kingdom, and this independent kingdom was known as the Kingdom of Israel. Details of this may be found in the book of Kings, the first book of Kings, chapters 12, 19 and 20, verses 12, 19 and 20. And this new nation was known as the Kingdom of Israel, as we said, whereas the Kingdom of Judah in the south, meaning those tribes that did not split away, that stayed with the King Rehoboam, they were the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and later most of Levi also joined them, and the remnants of the other tribes, but the majority of the tribes were in the north. And of those who remained in the south come the present day Jewish people. Those who were in the north were the majority of the Israelite nation, and they were taken away into exile, and they disappeared. They lost consciousness of their identity, and they became known as the lost 10 tribes of Israel. And their forgetting their identity had been prophesied. See Hosea chapters 1, 9, chapter 7, verse 8, Isaiah 49, 21, and other verses. And but in the future, these lost 10 tribes will return, and they will reunite with the Jewish people. See Ezekiel chapter 37, Isaiah 11, 13, Jeremiah 3, 18, and other verses. But until they do return and reunite, they have their own role in world history, and according to the Bible, they have their own role, their own tasks to fulfill, and their own destiny to realize. Destined to be situated at the continental extremities of the earth, at the ends of the earth. Places such as North America, the British Isles, Scandinavia, the Netherlands, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. See Deuteronomy 33:13, Isaiah 24:16, Isaiah 26:15, 41, 8 to 9, and 49:6 in Isaiah. There it says, especially the lost 10 tribes will be at the ends of the earth. They were also incidentally predicted to become the richest of all nations. See Genesis 27:28, 49 to 5, 33, 13 to 16, and Hosea 2 to 8. And the most powerful nations in the earth, see Numbers 24 verses 8 to 7, Micah 5 verses 7 to 9. They would be in control of the major international strategic bases. They would have access to the sensitive points of a nations potentially antagonistic to them, the gates of their enemies. See Genesis 22:16, 17, 24:60. Also be extremely numerous on a world scale, and they would fulfill a number of other preconditions that they would need in order to fulfill the task that was laid upon them. Also we find the name of Israelite tribes and tribal clans, altogether there were 17 in number, and these clans and tribal names are repeated in the names of ancient tribes and peoples that settled in Western Europe and in the British Isles. And all of these proofs and predictions, together with numerous others, show that descendants of lost 10 tribes can only be found today amongst Western nations, especially the English-speaking ones. And we have altogether more than 120 biblical proofs showing this, giving you an indication of this, with the links to relevant sources and considerations and discussions of these matters. We also have articles discussing these biblical proofs in detail, and the correctness of our interpretation of biblical verses and the applicability to the 10 tribes is confirmed by rabbinical sources in the Talmud, in Midrashim, and so on. It is also confirmed by secular evidence, archaeological findings, linguistic findings, historical writings, mythology, and nearly every field that has something to say on the subject. We have researched it and we have found evidence confirming it. The lost 10 tribes are amongst Western peoples. That is where the lost 10 tribes are to be found. That is where they were destined to give expression to their Israelite identity. And we're talking about the peoples of the USA, because from the Western Europe came the founding fathers and the basic populations of the USA. Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa to some degree. Also the people of Ireland, of Ulster, of Wales, England, Scotland, of Finland, of Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Holland, Belgium, France, Switzerland. And all of these nations are those nations we found significant bodies descended from Israel, from the Lost in tribes. We're definitely not saying that everyone in those regions is descended from Israelites, but we are saying that a significant proportion of the population are, and historically this proportion of the population, this Israelite section of the nations, did leave its imprint on the national identity and characteristics of the peoples they dwelt amongst. And in some cases they did also comprise a great proportion, a statistically significant proportion of the population, possibly the majority in certain areas. And this is the truth, and this is what we have chosen to study and to research. We have got merited to receive proofs and confirmation on these matters, and we urge you very strongly to look up and check into what we have to say on this matter, because you will be pleased that you did. Please go to our websites. We have 2 websites, both of them have information. You can go to www.britam.org or to HebrewNationsCom, HebrewNationsCom, HebrewNationsCom. Either one of those. In addition, we also have publications which discuss these matters, and the books that have been well received and that are worth reading. And may God bless all of you. This is Yair Davidi. I've been speaking to you on behalf of Britam Hebrew Nations, and I've been speaking to you from Jerusalem, the capital of Israel. Thank you.